Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about episode 8 from MIRAI Days. First of all, I'm sorry it took me this long, but it's finally here. Let's talk about it. This episode was the return of the queen. Cure Feliche is back. And before we talk about the episode, I'm going to try to be very fast about the episode itself. Let's talk about Feliche because she is back, her transformation is here, and her transformation is so similar to her original transformation that there isn't much to say. I'm happy that they are reanimating it, but I like when they make big changes like they're doing with the other forms from the MAHOU girls. But in Felice's case, it felt really, really similar. There are some very beautiful shots nonetheless. I love the transformation, so it's really cool. The attack, on the other hand, I don't know. I found it so slow. And there was so little impact on the attack, and the attack feels very confusing. I don't know. I don't really enjoy it. But the transformation, I love it. So, about the episode itself, I feel like Hachan has been in the show for a few episodes, and it feels we haven't been able to celebrate her arrival, her return, because everything about her return makes us remember Haichan, and it feels like she is back so that Haichan could be gone, and it's sad. So I love Hachan. She is my favorite character, but so far I couldn't be happy because she is back. And in this episode, Chikurun arrives with the information that Haichan is inside her, just like Mother da Papa is inside her. And Mother da Papa, this powerful being, the most powerful being, is inside Hachan, but Haichan is also inside of her. And I'm confused. I understand, but at the same time I don't. Haichan was created with Hachan's power, so it's understandable that her existence could still be inside Hachan. But the thing is, she was absorbed by the Time Beast. So like, to me, she would be inside the Time Beast and not inside Hachan. So what I think is going on here is that Hachan has the power inside of her to recreate Haichan, to make Haichan existent again, if that makes sense. That's how I understood it. I don't know if I'm right on this, but that's how I interpret this scenario. And so there is a little bit of time in which they go on to show the human world to Chikurun again. We have some cute moments, some funny moments. There was a moment I specifically laughed when they were eating noodles, and they were like, "Oh, we cannot go out to eat because Chikurun would stand out a lot." And then Riko makes the comment, "Well, going out to eat is very expensive. We can't spend this much money." And I totally understand her, especially after she bought the whole furniture for the new house, for the new apartment. So they must be on a very tight budget right now. We know how that feels. We adults know how that feels. And I don't know. I just found that comment really pertinent to the moment. And in this episode, I feel like it's clearer what the victims are going through. First of all, we have a lot of reminiscing from older moments. We have Riko remembering the Nabe broth moment in the original, and we also have Mirai remembering the moment in which Mirai, Riko, and Hachan met after the goodbye in episode 49 in the original MAHOU. We have some cute moments of Hachan talking about the fact that she is the replacement for Mother da Papa now. And we have beautiful moments of Hachan when she was Mother da Papa, opening flowers to Riko, opening flowers to Mirai, showcasing that they would meet again. It was like she was there as a goddess, giving them hints, sending them messages that they were not alone. And I found that so pretty. That was so beautiful. That was my favorite moment of the episode. And I feel like right now we are kind of villainous. I mean, we have a villain who is the Time Beast, Chronosto, and we have those stone monsters that are capturing people. Those monsters, I don't like them personally. I find that they are just there. Ayer, like, I miss Ayer already. He was such a cunning villain. I really liked him. And it's that type of character we don't really know. Can we call them villains? And this one particularly doesn't pick my interest at all. But we have a little deeper look into what's happening with the victims. We have one of Mirai's friends disappearing, and when Mirai finds her, she is already a big statue of a clock. And so we have the transformation. We have the sapphire transformation in full now. Very pretty. And then we have the girls battling the monster. And amongst the battle, that stone time thingy captures Hachan and transforms Hachan into a statue of herself. What happens is that Hachan has so many positive memories that she doesn't really know where she wants to stay because her past is full of happiness. And that made me think something. If the time beasts capture people that do not have happy memories at all, they've lived miserable lives so far, they couldn't be captured. I just thought it was a funny thing to point out. But Hachan, she had so many memories and she couldn't find a place for her to stand in. And during that period, when she was looking inside herself, she found Haichan. And the same moment we had in a previous episode that Haichan found Hachan, it was time for Hachan to find Haichan inside of her and to get her power back. And she got her power back. She transformed into Feliche. And let me just say, it was a big letdown. Not the transformation itself that I already talked, that I found it very pretty, but the fighting scene was ridiculous. Cure Feliche is so powerful. She is such a goddess, and they gave her nothing. They gave her like 3 shots that weren't even animated. It was really awful. I was so disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. She beat the monster and Lena was saved. And what happened was that Lena, she broke up with her boyfriend. I think her boyfriend broke up with her. And she was reliving one of the moments that they were together. She became the present that he gave her, which was that clock. And I don't understand why that clock disappeared after. But here's the thing. It doesn't feel like the victims are there because they want to be there. I mean, there is this feeling inside of them, yes, but it's not 100% sentient. And I can understand Sota last week now a little better. He was there, but it wasn't 100% his choice. I think it's different with Ayer. Ayer wanted this. He chose to become his mother's wand. He chose to live in the past. The other ones, they have some sort of control. The beast, the time beast, is sort of controlling how they're feeling about their past. Because we see Lena, and her feelings are conflicting over the past. She is crying about it, but she's also smiling. And the way Mirai tried to, gloss over the fact that, you're going to find someone better. Honey, Mirai, you already have someone. It's very easy for you to say. But overall, I found that I could understand Sota's choice last week a little better, which was something I criticized. And I still think it's very fast, and I really don't know if I am vibing with this choice, this narrative choice of how the people become victims and everything else. So I don't really know. And so at the end, we see that the time beast, he has created lots of stone time beasts, and they're going to the magical world now, and we're going to see the magical world being attacked. And we also see the girls eating nabe broth at the end. We see Chikurun leaving. Fine, thank you, Lord. And they are very happy now because they finally they understood that Haichan is or can be back. And at the end, they're all smiling, and Haichan is there with them in spirit, or at least in memory, not really in spirit. And I just want to say that there is a track on the soundtrack of MAHOU, Mirai Days, that says the power of 4, and it's one of the last tracks of the album. So I don't know if they are talking about Mirai, Riko, Hachan, and Mofurun, or maybe Mirai, Riko, Hachan, and Haichan. So I really believe that Haichan is going to be part of the ensemble at the end. We don't know if she's going to transform. 2 Cure Felices would be a very nice thing. Anyways, babies, this was my opinion on the 8th episode of Mirai Days. it's almost over. We have 1 month left. That's very sad. Anyways, this is it for now. I'm gonna take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very much here on YouTube, on Patreon, on Throne. Thank you so much for the support. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.